Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good Wednesday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresko. Before we get to your top stories at 4, let's check in with meteorologist Brian Lapis now with a look at weather and traffic.
Got my teeth cleaned today.
Yes. He told us that about 2 minutes ago before we went on air, and now we all know.
Yeah. It's a really good practice to get your teeth cleaned on a cold and windy day.
You got a toothbrush and a pen.
I did. I'll show them to you tomorrow because I left them in the car.
Interesting pen aspect, but we'll go with it.
Anyway, my drive from my dentist in Hadley to here today was fine. Take a look. The traffic is running normally here on I-90. Did you like how I tied all that together? Sunderland to Springfield, we're in great shape. Mass Pike from Lee to Auburn is also in good shape, and 291 and 391 are running normally as well. Let's take a look at the wind gusts, shall we? And it is still windy out there. 33-mile-per-hour winds right now in Springfield, 36 in Westfield, 30 miles per hour in Orange, and we're up over 45 miles per hour in North Adams. We're going to stay windy here right through the day tomorrow. Temperatures right now, these are the actual air temperatures. We're in the mid-20s, low to mid-20s, 25 Westfield, Springfield, 24 Greenfield and Orange. This is what the wind is making it feel like. You can see we don't have a wind chill sensor in Northampton or Great Barrington, which actually is nifty because we get to show you the comparison between the actual air temperature and what the wind is making the air feel like. So teens and single digits in the valley and at or below zero in some spots in the Berkshires. At least the weather has been dry. You can see here that we've had plenty of sunshine today. We'll talk about chances for snow over the weekend with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
At least 2 people are dead as wildfires continue to rage out of control in the Los Angeles area. More than 80,000 people are under mandatory evacuations. The largest of it just outside of Los Angeles, which has already burned through more than 5,000 acres. A fire official says there are a high number of significant injuries to residents who did not evacuate. There are also 2 other large fires, the Eaton Fire east of LA and the Hearst Fire to the north. A college student from New Jersey died following a ski accident at Jiminy Peak Mountain Resort in Berkshire County Monday afternoon. According to the Berkshire DA, 19-year-old Alex Kemp went over an embankment on the mountain's Cutter Trail and suffered a significant head injury. He was rushed to Bay State Medical Center in Springfield, where he died from his injuries. The DA said Kemp was wearing a helmet and there is no indication drugs or alcohol were involved. Kemp was a student at Williams College. Springfield police are investigating the death of a woman whose body was found in the city's Forest Park neighborhood Tuesday night. Springfield police were called to Trafton Road at around 5 o'clock Tuesday evening, where they found the woman's body. The Hampden County DA's office says the body was in the Camp Star Angelina area of Forest Park. Springfield police and the DA's office are investigating this as an unintended death. President-elect Trump is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to call off Friday's sentencing in his hush money case in New York. Trump's lawyers turned to the nation's highest court after New York courts refused to postpone the sentencing by the judge who presided over Trump's trial and conviction last May on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. The Supreme Court wants a response from New York prosecutors by tomorrow morning. The Manhattan DA's office says it will respond to those in court papers. Back now with meteorologist Brian Lapis. It looks like, Brian, dry weather persists.
Yeah, and so does the wind. So no big snowstorms to slow us down, just the wind to kind of annoy us.
Yeah.
Right? Let's take a look at it. Clouds and radar here. Just showed it just a couple of minutes ago, but it's worth showing you again. At least we have the sun. That will continue to be in play, I guess you could say, until sunset tonight. And then a few clouds start to enter the area. We're going to call it variable clouds here for tonight, as shown on the 22 News Storm Team Skycast. But we stay dry. We also stay windy right through the overnight hours with some wind gusts up over 20 miles per hour, even in the middle of the night. Here we are at midnight with some partial clearing and a little bit of clearing as we head towards sunrise here tomorrow. Another mixture of sunshine and clouds. You can see the morning was bright, but by noontime here tomorrow, a little batch of clouds moves through, and then some more clearing for the afternoon. Wind gusts over 30 miles per hour expected. In fact, the National Weather Service has extended the wind advisory until 1 o'clock Friday morning now. So the wind advisory continues for all of western Massachusetts through the day and into the evening hours tomorrow. Wind backs off for Friday, and we'll talk about chances for snow this weekend on 22 News at 5.
The Patriots are starting their interviews to find a new head coach. Reports say Mike Vrabel is set to interview tomorrow. He's the leading candidate inducted into the Pats Hall of Fame in 2023 and a proven head coach. He led the Tennessee Titans to the AFC Championship back in 2020. Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, is also expected to interview this week. Well, the Red Sox are completing their deal to sign right-handed pitcher Walker Buehler. Buehler is guaranteed $21 million for one season and can earn an extra $2.5 million in bonuses. Plus, if he stays for 2026, it includes a $25 million mutual option with a $3 million buyout. Buehler is a two-time All-Star. He has battled some injuries, though, but he was on the mound when the Los Angeles Dodgers won the World Series last fall. Well, tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, new numbers from UMass Donahue Institute shows Massachusetts population grew by 1% last year, the largest in a decade. See what's driving this growth. Plus, the Northampton City Council is considering a measure to ban the use of fossil fuels in future construction and renovations. What local architectural firms have to say about this proposal. And the country continues to mourn the death of Jimmy Carter ahead of the 39th president's funeral tomorrow. See how one western Massachusetts community is paying tribute.
Traffic continues to be running fine here as we approach the evening commute. I-91 north and southbound. Hampshire County, Franklin County, Hamden County, all looking good. And the Mass Pike from the Berkshires to Worcester also running fine. Details on the end. There is an end in sight to this windy weather with our 22 News Storm Team forecast on 22 News starting at 5.
Looks good, Brian. Thank you. And thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. Updates anytime on news and weather at wwlp.com and the free 22 News app.